Slurpty derp, yes my G's, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing great. Today I want to show you how you can create your own convolution impulses using some digital methods, so you don't have to go out there and record a bunch of different churches and cathedrals. We can make some ourselves using the DAW. And I've also got a little present for you guys on Patreon as well. All of my Patreon supporters, whether you're supporting from $1, €1 per month, whatever it is, I've dropped a little gift for you today on a customized Foley convolution pack that you can use in things like Serum or Vital or Phaseplant, but particularly in Serum. And I want to show you first how to create some convolution sounds. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to take some random Foley sounds like keys rustling here. I'll show you, I've got loads. I've made a little folder here. And then I wanted to use different Foley sounds and then run them through the Space Blender in different kind of ways to create really short little convolution sort of impulses that have a nice, dark and different kind of character on them, you know? So I wanted to have them all short because the idea for me with convolution in sound design is using it to sort of add a new character and a new texture onto the sound almost, and an interesting sense of depth that's very natural. And so oftentimes you want that to be short, so it's not like you don't have to have this like overdrawn long reverb every time you use it. It's just like a small splash of depth and texture. So I made them all quite short with the time, so they're all sort of under 200 or 300 milliseconds. This kind of length, you know. So you can adjust the color and the texture and move this point around until you find some nice little bursts of character, and then that's how you can sort of create some yourself and then create your own little pack, you know. And you can just use different Foley sound effects as the input always, and you'll always get a different result. So what I went ahead and done for you guys was I created already a little pack for the patrons. It's 10 different sounds that I've created convolutions impulses for. So we've got some sort of keys, like a drill, and a ruler, and they all have like a slightly different sound. So when you're doing your sound design, I'll show you now in Serum, certain convolution settings will work really well with certain sounds, and certain ones will react really well with other sounds depending on what you're designing, like in your synth. So but the thing with these is they sound to me like a lot better than like the sort of presets you get within Serum already, you know. So I mainly wanted to build this for Serum, you know. But let's say I'll just turn the reverb and whole setting down on this patch here. But let's say this is one of my presets from my latest pack, Dissonance, the Oh My chords. Some sort of stabs, for example. And if we load up the convolution here, and then I can use my new sounds now. I've put them into the user folder. So what you have to do is when you go to load impulse response, you'll see the directory will usually be, it'll be like in your library, if you're on Mac, library audio presets, X for Serum, and then impulses. There's a folder called impulses, you know. And when you drag these presets, these impulses, if you're on my Patreon, download them, drag them into your impulse folder, or if you make some by yourself, make a little folder yourself and then drag them into the impulses folder in Serum, and then they'll load up here, and now I can use them. So this first one, it has a bit of a loud peak there, so that one is a little bit extreme, but this one, see, that has a really cool like kind of after effect, you know, like that sounds sick to me. Keys, this one, like you can hear it's got like a little bit too much low mid-range, like how it responds with the sound, it creates a bit of a boom, so you could turn the tone up to just get the high end part of it. So that would work as well, you know. Pencil case. If you wanted to, the great thing about the Serum convolver as well is it actually will sort of artificially lengthen out the convolution if you want. So you can turn the size up or down even. Of this nice tight pencil case convolution. Yeah, if we just bring these back to the center, and I'll just show you the other ones, and I'll show you also why I kind of wanted to do this primarily because of the sound quality. So yeah, I mean that's a great one, the ruler. It adds like that adds this whole like low end kind of convolution warmth to the sound, but it still sounds clean. You know, without it, you kind of it's giving you this whole like extra bassy harmonic, which doesn't overcrowd things. So that one's great. We've got a couple more. Shaver. And as I mentioned before, like each one is going to respond differently with different sounds. So if I loaded up a completely different sound, like a sort of bass or something, and then if I reload a new convolver, you could also do it in the low-high splitter and just add the convolution to the high end if you want it to be really clean. But I've used the low-high splitter already for my distortion on a lot of these patches because I sometimes prioritize high-end distortion, and unfortunately you can only use one low-high splitter per patch in Serum at the moment. So, but yeah, if I wanted to check out some more of these. That sounds cool now. Like, as I mentioned, like here the ruler doesn't really work so well because it actually clouds the low end a bit too much, whereas on the previous one it worked well. But oh, the shredder sounds nice on that. That's got a cool one as well, the stapler. But yeah, so basically, you always got to just test which combinations are going to work well. But why I've created these is because if I get to the end of the line here and I go back to these are now the normal Serum convolutions. You know, I'm scrolling through a lot of them. And I'm not really hearing much, you know, I'm not getting like a super like new character of sound that's happening. Like a lot of them, there are good ones in there, but a lot of them, yeah, just don't really do much for me. Like here you've got a really long one so you can kind of hear what it's doing there, but a lot of them like don't really do enough to change the sound for me. Not to discredit Serum, but it's just like how I want to do my sound design. I want the convolutions to have like a whole new, yeah, like kind of special effect onto the sound. And so with these ones, with these 10 that I've created, they already work really well to like give you more impactful results when you use the convolution. So grab those if you're on Patreon, because I think some of them will really help in your sound design patches. And if you're not, then I just showed you at the beginning how easy it was to make them, right? Very, very simple, just using different Foley effects and yeah, different settings on, for example, on the Space Blender. You can do it with anything really, but the Space Blender is nice because it has a sort of naturally dark kind of tonality to it. And it has like just enough settings that you can tweak things around a bit and get like slightly different harmonics each time. So you can kind of adjust it. It's not like overly complicated, but you can get enough like variations within the sound, you know? So that's why I like that one. But anyway, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and feel free to, as I said, enjoy the sounds if you're on my Patreon. But if not, I hope you still learned something anyway. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed as well, because about half of my viewers aren't actually subscribed, and it would be really helpful if you would do that for me. Thank you very much. And leave a like and a comment down below. And also, quickly before I go, I also have preset packs available for Serum, Phase Plant, Vital and Current on my website. I do one-on-one production training. You can book me via the links down below. You can also email me if you have any more questions about that, or if you want mixing and mastering work done, I can also do that for you via email. And finally, well, I already kind of mentioned my Patreon, but we also have a great Discord community in there. If you join the Discord tier, that's where like the most of the action is, and where we do our group events and group classes and things like that. All right, thank you very much, my G's. That's it from me today. More from me very soon. Ciao for now.